Hey guys, Deanpo here for another video, and in today's video I'll be discussing my hands-on experience with Baldur's Gate since the game came out, right? So, two things to note. I just finished Act 2 on... about to finish Act 2 on Tactician difficulty. I went into this game absolutely blind, right? And I was learning as I go. So, in the two acts together, I've played about 89 hours total, right? This obviously excludes the trial and error. The game's been out since the 4th of August for us because I live in the Asia Pacific region. So game's been out since, 4th of August, about 12 days. And I've managed to clock in at about 89 hours. Give or take 10 hours of AFK time, maybe 15 hours of AFK time. But then that should offset all the trial and error, the saving and reloading, right? So should you get Baldur's Gate 3, right? And is the hype train a true reflection of the game, right? Well, I can tell you right now, for someone that enjoys playing games, this is by far the most superior game I've played to date. As you can see here, I have Pathfinder, Pillars of Eternity as well, and also I've had the original two Divinity games, like the original Sin 1 and 2. On console, I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours, right? Also, I'm a massive fan of the Mass Effect, Dragon Age series. So I'm just a massive RPG fan in general, right? So, but what makes this game so special from the rest is the sheer options, right? And the way the game changes based on dialogue options you have, the choices you make. Well, not just that, right? Also, like the quality and the depth of the system. It's endless possibilities. If you can think it, you can probably do it in this game, right? Like, I've seen some pretty wacky YouTube videos there. It is astounding what they managed to accomplish with this game. Is crazy. So let's just quickly run through what I have here, right? As I said, I'm not gonna post any spoilers. I'm playing on Tactician difficulty. I am up to Act 2, right? And as I said, I've played thousands of hours of this kind of games, right? And one thing I've noticed, for example, with Pathfinder or what was the other game? Pillars of Eternity, right? The Divinity Original Sin games, even like games like Wasteland, right? Like turn-based games. Melee classes are not really viable on the hard difficulties because you get your cheeks clapped, right? Essentially, if you're up in the face, that means the character, will take damage. Also, if you're up in the face, means their range will get the drop on you and basically destroy your party, right? Now, why is this game different? Well, as you can see here, I'm running 4 melee fighters, 1 barbarian, 2 fighters, and a paladin, right? And I have absolutely breezed through the content. I'm not been using tadpoles, so no spoilers here, but I've not consumed a single tadpole, so I haven't unlocked any of the illithid perks. So my character is essentially underpowered, right? Far from the potential it could have reached if I was to consume all these tadpoles, right? I have so many stacked of them. I haven't been consuming potions. I haven't been using scrolls. Like, if you see here, like, my inventory is stacked, right? And I have a lot more in camp just essentially waiting for me. So, why am I enjoying this game? Because melee builds are actually viable, right? Like, they actually do a lot of damage and they survive. They survive. It is blowing my mind so far, right? It's I don't know, this game is absolutely exceeded my expectations, right? Also, having said that, you don't really have to play a melee build. You can use mages, you can use rangers, rogues. I mean, endless builds and possibilities, right? You can do multi-classing. It is up to you how you want to tackle the content, right? But so far, I've done boss fights, I've done, optional boss fights, cleared content with absolute ease as a first time playthrough on the hardest difficulty. So this game, you don't need to be a whiz at turn-based games, like, you don't need to know all these in-depth complex systems. Sure, there are a lot of complex systems in this game, but you don't need to know the ins and outs of it, right? You can make it work. And, it may seem overwhelming when you see so many spells, but when you start the game from the beginning and you build up your characters, it's really not that difficult. As you can see, fighters have a lot less abilities, and so do barbarians when you compare it to someone like a paladin or a mage. And Also, I feel like the game builds you up gradually. It doesn't make you super overpowered at the start, but as you go through, you get various gears, right, which add extra stats to your character, and then obviously your character ramps up in perks as well here, skills, etc. So it's pretty straightforward. It's not overwhelming like other games, for example, like Path of Exile. Path of Exile, it takes a rocket scientist to fully understand that game, right? But this game, I feel like it's very welcoming for beginners, and anyone can really just go and enjoy it. Now, I know a lot of people are turned off by turn-based games, but if you're an RPG fan and you enjoy a good story, good storytelling, good character writing, this is the game for you, right? You feel like all of your characters are so well written, you actually care for them. Whereas like Path of Exile or Pillars of Eternity, I was in there for the gameplay, right? I didn't care about backstory, I didn't care about the characters. I just wanted to finish the game, right? So, as I said, second act almost finished. About 89 hours in. I think by the time I complete this game, I'll probably be sitting about 140, 150 hours. Or let's say maybe less. Let's just say between 130 and 140 mark, which is absolutely fantastic, right? Like, it's good value for money. Not to mention replayability, right? I mean, not one playthrough is the same. They're saying there's countless endings in this game, and it all depends on the choices you've made so far. And I can already see the decisions from my choices, the way they're playing out, right, and how it's impacting the game moving forward. It's not something you can dodge either, like you're forced to make these decisions. So anyways, I'd advise, make a decision, don't reload your game, stick to it and just see how it plans out, and then on your second playthrough, just go for the alternative option, whatever that may be. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on this game so far. Should you buy it? I mean, I don't know your financial situation, I don't know your preference of games, but if you're an RPG fan, this is a must-have. Countless hours of gameplay await. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.